Hey everyone, guess who just had to restart the entire recording for the day? We're off to a great start. So I started playing through chapter 4 here, and I didn't get that far, but I reached a point where I accidentally miscounted the spaces I had to travel on the board, and ended up prematurely ending the segments, and so I decided, well, I'll just restart. But then OBS decided to fuck up this time, and what that means is it was unable to stop recording, which is a very bad sign. So yeah, I'm just gonna have to redo everything, but that's fine. That was still groggy from the coffee not kicking in, so this works out. Anyways, the hollows aren't appearing right now, which is strange. Nobody knows why that is, so they're preparing for the worst. Blah blah blah. Character stuff. I'm just gonna skip over it because a lot of this dialogue is pretty pointless. Hold on. There we go. There's the skip. Bad stuff's happening. Although a lot of the early dialogue is just pretty by the numbers, and this scene is just establishing that the family's close, and Kanoka doesn't want them to get hurt, which makes sense because they don't even have the release forms of their Sanbato yet, so they'll probably die pretty quickly without that. And we also learned that Sengen is a lot like well, he likes putting everything on his shoulders because he doesn't want other people to worry or have to deal with problems. And Kanoka is seeing the same personality trait in the Kudo twins here, and I put a pin in all this because it's going to be really important as we go on. But they don't want to be a burden either. They just want to prove themselves. And nobody takes them that seriously, which is perfectly understandable, but they're going to get their chance eventually. Yeah, more no hollow sightings. Things are bad. Stay on guard. Shut up, Aizen, you nerd. Let's get to the interesting part. Kaien talks more that Sengen's just an awesome guy who goes right into the thick of it. Oh, that's going to be a big character flaw as things go on. You know, I'm glad they established that early on because I think I missed that the first time. He does stuff later in the game that kind of baffled me, but now I kind of understand why once you realize how his mindset works.
Right, let's go!
Okay, so let's see. I can't do a 3 for sure. I don't want to talk to him. No. Okay, so this time I'm gonna do the Momo thing first, then Ragiku, and then do the second Momo event, so I don't accidentally end up throwing myself into the exit. You know what? I'm gonna save just in case. There we go. Because I'm now paranoid. You know what? I'm gonna alternate my saves now, just in case disaster hits again. In some way or form. Okay. Momo event. Momo's actually, I'm not really a fan of her character because she barely gets to do anything in Bleach other than be sad most of the time. But in this game, thanks to that keto system that basically breaks most characters, breaks anyone with healing or magic abilities. She's really useful. Not like Rukia useful because she can't like constantly heal and get experience at a rapid pace, but she has a lot of keto, and that's still incredibly useful. More shenanigans. Matsuri made lunch for the kids, and that's gonna lead to shenanigans, as you would do in anime. Matsuri is not a very feminine person. She's more the type of person who wants to see the blood of her enemies on the battlefield. She also wants to be feminine, but she's clearly bad at it because when she cooks something, the only thing Hitsugaya can describe it as is sweet. That doesn't say a lot indeed. I'm very curious about how she made that meal. The dialogue for the twins is pretty much the same no matter which one you pick in the later parts where they're separate. But in this early part, their personalities are more well defined because they're right next to each other to contrast with their reactions. So that's kind of nice. And that helps you form a different voice in your head when you hear the same dialogue later on. No matter which one of them's talking, it comes off different. The character artist for this game did a pretty good job with that. I don't remember how good Hitsugaya is as a unit, but I do remember him being pretty useful. Just not as useful as other Sanpato users. Okay, now Rangiku. Rangiku is a very weird character in this game. There's like nothing particularly outstanding about her, but I just like having her around. Oh, she made something again. Oh no. No, girl. I just remembered I forgot to do a sync test. No, I did a sync test. Thank God. Experimental cooking is fine, I guess. Okay, let's see how they react. Of course she likes it. I like that Rangiku and Hitsugaya are basically on the complete opposite ends of the personality. And personality, it's fitting. They react completely differently. Rangiku is a fun character. There's just ways, like, whenever the anime did something original with her, it was more than just fan service. God. Seeing Gin as a kid is weird, considering who he grows up to be. There's still more to this event. Yay, we inspired them to be Soul Reapers. Gin's like, yeah. I like that Rangiku as a kid is still exactly the same as she is as an adult. That makes sense.
Oh. Hey, what's up?
Okay, there is a one event I can do here. Okay, I can do him first, I guess, or then one of these. No, let's do, this one first. Then I'll do the one event and then get that item. I wonder what they're up to. I can't feign much surprise because I just went through this event once already and then lost in the board game, so. And now we have to get to eat something that Momo made. Yay. Oh yeah, now that I remember, I think the way items work, as long as you have an item in your inventory, you can either use it, but if it's equipment, then it's considered equipped. I don't know if it's for the whole team or just your character, though. That's the confusing part to me. But it does become a bit of a trade-off if you want to put in the stuff that gives you extra stats, or if you want to keep more room for healing items. I guess it depends on how many healers you have on your team, because there's this very limited number in the game. but some of them are really good. Rukia is particularly great because she eventually gets something in her skill tree that lets her continue her turn after moving. No, it's hard to explain. We'll get to it eventually and I'll show you. But oddly, Unohana is probably one of the worst, but it's because of the same reason that all the other captains who get introduced in these early chapters are kind of the worst. Because this way the game's set up, it puts them at a higher level for so you get an idea that, like, yeah, they're the strong ones for story reasons, but their stats don't really match up with that higher level the way you'd expect. So they end up leveling up slower than everyone else, and they don't really have particularly impressive stats for balancing purposes when you first get control of them in your party later on. So, I end up not using pretty much any of them. There are only a few exceptions that do end up changing. Like the kids here, and I think Urahara, but I don't think you can get him as a permanent unit in the story mode. My memory's a little fuzzy on him. I think Yoruichi also changes in the present day compared to the past. I know Soifan definitely does because she's still considered a kid. Hisugaya has always been an old fart even as a child. And his height has also never changed, which is strange. I think he's only just like barely taller than Rukia, which is hilarious. Aw. I like Matsuri a lot. No. That is your name now. The translators for this game had so much fun at some of these parts. Yay, got a health bonus. I'll take it. His health is good.
Oh. Hey, what's up?
Now do a one event. Obviously, I'm not gonna do Aizen's. Fuck him. Go away, Aizen. Nobody likes you. We were all having a great time until you showed up. Let's go see Uitake. Yay. He's a cool dude. I just wish he was actually useful as a unit in this game. But he is not. Yeah, it's kind of weird they're twins, but they don't look that alike. They're just kind of complete opposites. Oh yay, time for lore. Do you see what they're doing? Do you get it? Bird with two heads. And they bickered. Oh. That's good. Then what? Well, one of them was dead, buddy. Yeah, so, you know, don't kill each other. That's the lesson. And so, kids, remember, murdering your sibling is bad. This has been Storybook Corner. I don't know if that's a reference or not. It feels like a reference, but also feels like a generic name for some basic concept. Worrying. I don't want to be like that. Yeah, murdering your siblings doesn't sound like a fun time. That's oddly not the death flag like you think it is.
Oh. Great.
Alright, AP cost down. Okay, let's get that item from Gin. We're gonna finish helping them inspire to be Soul Reapers. Yay! God damn it, Rangiku. Even as a child. I wonder exactly what Aizen is doing at this point in time, because since Gin is a child, he's not doing that much, I think. Though I remember there is one thing he eventually did that ended up causing Gin's whole thing and all this to kick in. I don't remember what age Gin was at, so I'm confused on that. Yay, food! Rangiku, you should probably be worried that like he's just coming back with food and you don't know where he got it from when neither of you have money. Oh boy. Yay, good food. Food is good. Now they're gonna have a man-to-man talk. Gin's probably gonna talk about being a Soul Reaper. Yep. Surely if we become Soul Reapers, then we'll be happy. A single finger on the monkey paw curls up. Yeah, he probably has not met Aizen yet. So meaning Aizen isn't doing that much right now. But he's definitely thinking of it. Aw. I think he just tunes out most of what you say, Rangiku, for obvious reasons. Oh, they're ridiculous. Oh. And now we get a new item. Yay. I wonder what those cords do. I don't remember if they were healing items, SP items, or if they were a type of equipment, but there's two of them, so I doubt they're equipment.
Hey, what's up?
Okay, I could see Uitaki again, or... You know what? I'm interested about where this is going. And then I can visit Uitaki again, because I'm not doing the Aizen one. Go away, Aizen. Nobody likes you. Let's see. Of course, this is how he gets introduced. This idiot. He's so bad at this. Kanoka's great. What I like about him is that despite the way he acts, he actually is on the up and up a lot of the time. He's way smarter than he lets on. But he also is this terrible at the same time, so it's kind of a mixed bag. I get a reform reception because I'm a captain. Who wants that? I just want a drink. Oh, I guessed it. He's great. He just doesn't want to deal with this. He just wants to have fun. Can't, and yeah, I get that. Baraku's fun. He doesn't get much to do in this series either, but he gets some good comedy bits. Constantly hiding something, a lot like Urahara. Oh, yeah, they're hinting at her, huh? I'm kind of surprised she isn't here already, or even mentioned as a child. But then again, there isn't really much known about her, so yeah, I can see why I don't want to bring her up much. Matsuri's attack up by 3. Yes, I can kill many more things that way. And I don't think it matters which one I do at this point, but I want to see if I can get that Kanoka event. I think I might get me another item down the line. I forgot what happens in this event. The Uitaki stuff in this game is pretty vanilla. Oh yeah, because he wants to recruit Kaien, so they're setting that up. Yeah, that makes sense. Since that's where Ruki ends up meeting him. Yeah, he ends up becoming the lieutenant. And then nothing bad ever happened. Yeah. Oh boy. And you can record it. Yeah. Morning grogginess. Yeah, Aizen is pretty smart and also definitely not evil. Yeah, Uitaki needs someone reliable because he's sick all the time. So yeah, Kaien makes a lot of sense for that. He's got pep. You need that. And because of stuff that's going to happen later, then he joins. Kind of surprised with this story setup. They never have Aizen bring up Kaien much, but then again, I doubt Aizen paid much attention to him to begin with because he was a giant idiot. It's pretty amazing. He's gonna do great things. Okay, let's get to the next event.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah, the next thing I do will be the last event. What to go with. Oh, new item. I'll go for it. I'm not gonna bother doing a relationship thing with Kiraku there. Since I'm never gonna use him in the game ever again. Unless I have to, and that's like almost never after this past stuff is done. Let's go make sure he hasn't accidentally coughed up a lung, because that's actually a possibility with him. Looks like someone's at the door. Of course. They're best friends, and they're both the only Soul Reapers in the series who have released Sampat toes that are actually 2 swords for some reason. Yeah, they're both trained by the captain in charge of Squad 1, and in other words, the guy in charge of all the Soul Reapers. I'm surprised do we get to see him in the past? Yeah, I think he has to make a big call later. This is Squad 13, you're not supposed to be here. I don't think she gets that. He has other stuff in his life besides going constantly trying to, you know, hit on her. There he is. Kiraku is interesting, and so is Uitaki, because they're surprisingly downplayed characters. It's very strange. Like, the contrast between them is a good idea, but nothing's much is ever done with them, and when the action stuff starts, they're basically acting the same in a serious manner. So, like, I don't think they get the most out of them. But yeah, it's nice just having them hang out with each other. It's weird how they get along so well, but I like it. Yeah, they were classmates. Yay. Might seem unlikely, but then again, considering who trained you two, it's because we're so different being able to forgive him. Of course he's the one who gets, who's better with the ladies. Yeah, it makes sense that they work well together in the combat, but it's just still kind of boring. I really wish we got to see more of a lot of the characters in Soul Society, even though they end up hogging the spotlight a lot, because they end up hogging the spotlight to fight like Hollows and other villains, but they don't really get much time to bounce off each other. So a lot of the filler ends up having to rely on tired character jokes. I think the weirdest one is their entire thing with Lieutenant Squad 4 was tall, and that's as far as they got. Which, understandable, because she doesn't really get much characterization besides that. And yay, we got a book. Let's see I wonder what this does. I might be a permanent buff, I hope so. GUNSK's memo. We'll find out in a moment.
Oh. Come on.
Yeah, and that's it for that segment. I missed a Kanoka event, but I can try getting at it later, I think. Unless the shit's starting now. Yep. It's about time you got here. Or maybe this is just the calm before the storm. I don't think he shows up in chapter 4. I think it's just another Mad Eater thing, but there are hints that this guy is coming. The reason I'm not calling him by name yet is not because I don't want to spoil it, but because I forgot how you pronounce his name, because it's... Oh boy. Yeah, Captain Yamamoto. That guy is a really old badass. And I think the series used him just the right amount. Whenever he appears, things burn. He is a really fun character, and they never overuse him, which is good. Okay, now let's go into equipment and see what all we got here. Okay, so yeah, it looks like it's all special stuff. Increases the amount of experience earned. Yes, that's awesome. The 2 Rangiku chords raise max HP. Good. Right, Squad 5 manual, Kanoka's charms from earlier. So they got big HP bonuses and an experience bonus now, which is going to be very useful. So let's go. Oh, excuse me. Let's go back in the regular items. I wonder if there's a way I can bring up help again and look through my notes. Hang on here. Gameplay info, that's it. Oh, there she is. Makes sense to put her here. Let's see how equipment works. You get equipment by defeating enemies or in free time events. You can carry up to 10 pieces of equipment in the battle. Equipment is classified as follow. Consumable, right. Equipable has an effect when taken in the battle. So as long as it's in the pack, it will constantly be working, and special items are basically just permanent buff stuff. Their effect lasts forever because they're in their own special folder. Oh. Ah, excuse me. I'm very thirsty. So yeah, I got how it works now. I should be all readied up. Yeah. You know what? Let's pause for a moment, because you know what time it is? It's free battle time. Oh, no, wait. Hang on. Let me think this through. Yeah, I'm never going to be using any of these characters after the starting level, so fuck it. Let's get everyone in there. Deploy. Oh wait, co-op settings. Let's check that. Okay. This setting forms the relationship in which characters support each other. If it's a little fire symbol with the hands joined, it's two-way co-op. One-way co-op if just one hand, and no co-op if there's none. Okay. Team attacks are available when two-way co-op is set. Okay, so this is what the relationship system is good for. I should also, you can, I think Matsuri and Fujimaru, if whichever one you select as your character, can team up with just about anyone and have a certain, yeah. As you can see on the top screen, I have 2 slots up with Matsuri right now, and one of them filled by Fujimaru, so I can fill the other one with one of the other characters I'm fighting with. It won't mean much right now, though. So let's just pick Kyan for now, since I'll probably be the character I'm closest to. Yeah, and we just have basic one-way partnership until our relationship grows. This is going to be really useful later, and you can do this with all the characters. So let's see what the settings are for everyone else.